Hey art friends, thank you so much for joining me. I am so glad to see you here today. Let's get our show started with a shout out to this week's Artist of the Week. Look at that amazing piece of art. Thank you so much for sending it in to us. And if you want the chance to be featured on an upcoming episode, make sure to have your parents upload your art to Instagram and tag us at Kidscoast. Well, y'all ready to get started? Let's do it. We need to make sure that we have all of our materials ready so that we have everything within reach and can make the best piece of art possible today. So I have a stack of markers, some crayons, pencils, eraser, and also a Sharpie. And if you have a Sharpie, remember that you need to have a piece of paper underneath your drawing so that you can protect the surface where you're doing your art. Okay, all this month we are talking about patience. Last week we talked about patience on a grill, so making sure that we wait for food to cook all the way through on the grill. And this week we're going to talk about another delectable food item that I just so happen to love very much, which is a bowl of stew. Now, do any of you know a story or can recall a story in the Bible of someone who had something to do with a bowl of stew? Anybody? Did I just hear someone say Esau? Yes, absolutely, Esau. Esau traded his birthright for a bowl of stew. That's so crazy. So today we are going to be drawing that bowl of stew to remind us to wait for stew to cool down so that we can get to enjoy it. So let's get started. I'm going to take my pencil. And the first thing we're going to do is draw a long, skinny oval right in the center of our paper. So if you'd like to, you can watch me first. And there's the top of our bowl. Awesome. Now on each side, we're going to draw a line. It's a little curved. And the same on the other side. Can you see that? Excellent job. And at the very bottom, we're going to draw a line to connect these two. You can do it straight across, or if you want to, you can curve it just a little bit like me. Just like that. We're going to form a lip at the top of the bowl, which means drawing a parallel line right underneath the edge. Wonderful. And right in the middle, we're going to write the word stew. So stew is spelled S-T-E-W. Awesome job. Around the word stew, let's draw a rectangle. Wonderful job. Okay, let's draw our horizon line. We'll start at the edge, draw to the bowl, pick up our pencil, move all the way across, and draw to the edge. And finally, let's draw a spoon. So a spoon you might think is a little bit complicated to draw, but if you watch me first, I think you'll find it a lot easier. So first off, we're going to draw an egg shape, but don't close the egg at the bottom. Leave a little gap right here for the stem of the spoon. Then we're going to draw two parallel lines across from each other, just like that. And put a straight line at the bottom. And then to make the spoon look rounded in the middle, we're going to draw 4 curved lines. So there's 2 right there and 2 short ones at the end. Well done. Now I'm also going to draw some squiggly lines coming from the stew to represent how hot the stew is. Very hot. When stew comes out of the crock pot, or if it comes off the stove, it is so hot. Okay, everybody, it's time to outline. Great job. Now that you've done your outlining, you can go back in with your eraser and erase all of your pencil marks. Awesome job. Now it's time to fill in everything with wonderful color. And remember, you can always color your art any color you want to. I'm gonna give you suggestions, but feel free to be as creative as you want. So I'm gonna start with my yellow, and let's go in and draw the inside of the bowl yellow to represent the stew broth. Now I know that stew is usually brown, but today I'm making a brothy stew. And we'll add red to the edge, to the lip of the bowl. Awesome job. Now, because Esau was in Bible times, I like to imagine that their bowls were probably made out of clay. So I'm gonna draw the bowl brown. Great. Now I don't have a silver marker, but I do have a gray marker to fill in the spoon. All right, to add a little bit of flair to our stew and make it a little more delectable looking, let's add in some peas and carrots. So I'm gonna start with my orange, and we'll go inside of that broth and do little tiny triangles to represent little tiny pieces of carrots. I'm just imagining that all of the beef is at the bottom of the stew bowl. So sometimes in life, we know that we need to wait for something, especially waiting on God's timing. But we want to rush it because we want it right now. And Esau was very, very impatient, and he traded one of the most important things in his life, his birthright, just for a bowl of stew. So as you wait for the things that are important in your life, remember to wait on God's timing. So finally, we're going to add our verses of the week and also the topic of our art for today. So across the top of your paper, let's put our Bible verses, which is Genesis. So that is Genesis, chapter 25, so 2:5, then a colon, which is 2 dots, and then 24 through 34, 24-34. Excellent. And in the very bottom, on the right corner, let's put Esau's impatience. That's a big word, so follow me. E-S-A-U apostrophe S, and then impatience. IMPAT. Remember I before E. IENCE. And that, my friends, is a complete work of art for this week. Hold yours up so that I can see it. Oh man, that looks so good. Thank you for joining me. Now I've gotten hungry for stew. I'll see you next time.